it's a unique lifestyle. It's not like equipment. It's 365 days a year. This time of year is perfect, but when the mud is out, that's not as perfect. The first dog team I ran was one of my father's friends, Walt Palmer. I drove a 5-dog team on the Birchwood track, and I loved it. I ended up buying 5 sled dogs in town, and I ran in the spring carnival, in the local spring carnivals, and saw that, I had nice dogs, but I wanted to travel with them. So without actually getting any good advice from anybody, other than Myron Anksman, who had just run the Iditarod the year before in '79, I signed up for the 1980 Iditarod. Sometimes in my mind, I pretend I'm one of the original gold miners, and I kind of see myself, all wrapped in wool and just as one of the originals and making my way up to the Klondike, but I'm really on my way to Nome. And then sometimes I imagine in my head, I play games and I think I'm hunting caribou and I'm gonna see a herd pretty soon. And that was so cool up in Kotzebue when I ran the Kobuk 440, and you run your dogs through a herd of caribou, and you just think, this is as good as it gets. The dogs are amazing. Every day, some dog or more learns something new, or the light bulb goes on and they said, wow, I am that big tough dog that mom says I am. And they're a little insecure, and you're trying to build them up and go, you are it. You are so brave. You are so amazing. And mama's so proud of you. And you could just see them, really? That's who I am? And that's what motivates me to continue being excited about it 35 years later. My dogs have been my support system. I've had more than a few struggles with health. One was my own double mastectomy and cancer at a young age. There were times when I really didn't see any reason why not just go on to heaven, why fight this? But the dogs were God's way of saying, you need to stay, you need to keep working, you need to keep trying, I'm not done with you yet. And they need you, and I need you to continue to fight on. The journey's not over yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, DeeDee Jonrowe. She says her dogs are her life's passion, and she considers it a privilege to travel and compete with them through God's most beautiful country.
I have found that Iditarod has allowed me a platform to give back to the state, to the community, to the medical community. If I'm able to help someone see a dream and realize that they can be whoever they dreamed, that they just have to, have the vision, and with God's help, they will be able to pursue that vision, and they will be able to find themselves in that. Then my successes and my failures are useful. I see Iditarod as a lifestyle, not as a competition. It is, to me, a celebration of Alaska's history and of the partnership with dogs that the different peoples of Alaska have depended on, and I see myself as part of that lifestyle and expanding in the modern day the lifestyle that was here in the early days.